Hi, welcome back if you're following. In the last video I took the head off the bike, and in this, and well, as we know, there was very low compression. I was getting like 20 psi in one of the cylinders in particular, and none of the compression was great. So in this one I'm going to remove the valves from the engine, from the head, and have a look at the valve seats and at the ports and see what state those in, and see if that's maybe anything to do with the low compression. So let's start.
This was the head thing. Couple of wee, let's see if you can see. I think there are a wee tiny couple of bits of pitting spots there. What's actually interesting though is that I'm going to guess it's from a past life, and it's certainly can't see it being a cast mark. I think either a bolt's been in there or a bit of plug has come up, and yeah, that's maybe why she was apart before. I just put some fluid, carb cleaner actually, into the exhaust valves, and well, you can see it running down there, pretty much just pissing down there. Those are not sealed in any form. It's dripping everywhere, and that's number 2. So the exhaust valves are all passing badly.
So this arrived today. Not sure if I'll do the valves today or not, but yeah, got my compressor, which I'm happy about.
Okay, so I've decided to do it. Basically you take the tool, 1 bar in each side, and then 2 little cups that will go over the top of the valve spring and allow the stem of the valve to come up. Whenever you compress that, there's little collets in there. If I grab so you grab these, and they're cone shaped, and 2 of them in a circle obviously, so whenever the spring presses back up, it pushes on the holder, they lock into position, and then the valve can't go anywhere. So 2 of these, and just sit under the side somewhere obviously. And obviously if you have a clean bench, which I don't, then you could just take these out, knock them out, wherever it happens to be. And whenever I now release the tool, whenever I wind it back, then the spring will come off, the cap will come off, and then the valve will actually slide out through the stem. So as I say, I've taken the tool off, and you can see here that the little collars, they're missing. So the valve's in there, then we have the cap, which is tapered and which catches the collet and holds it all in place. And then yeah, there's an inner and an outer spring, so you have two springs. And then the valve should actually push down through, and down here we have the valve stem oil seal, which basically stops your engine being smoky, because all up and around here is all an oil bath to make sure that none of this gets friction. But if the oil goes down into the cylinder, then it's in with the combustion, so it smokes. You have a smoky bike. So let's say down here we have the valve stem oil seals, which you should actually replace if you're taking your engine apart, just to make sure. Basically it's preventative maintenance. Some people don't. I haven't in the past, my friends haven't in the past. You may end up with a smoky engine, you may not end up with a smoky engine, but for say 40 quid, then why not? Turn the engine on its end, and this little valve will slide out. And let's see. That's an awful lot of residue built up around that. Look at the bottom. Look at that. That ain't good. There's no way that's been sitting properly. And if we look inside it just really shouldn't look like that. Won't look like that whenever it's finished. But let me see if I can find my. Let's see. Hold on. where's the screwdriver? Get the carbon and the crud built up on that. That's me just touching it. You can see this. That's an awful lot of crap in there. So these are all going to be ported and polished. Off the zoom, can't see anything. So that's probably a large part of why my wee bike's buggered. But yeah, let's see if we get a good angle on that. Look at the crap. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, not so hot.